Again, I don't remember this example. Doesn't matter. I think it was this. Okay, so here I have a carbon that has 3 hydrogens. Here I have a carbon that has a carbon and 2 hydrogens. Okay. Here I have a carbon that has a carbon and 2 hydrogens. And here I have a carbon, put it this way, a carbon that has a carbon, and a hydrogen. Okay? Why does it have that dummy carbon? Because it's a pi bond. So because this has nothing but hydrogens, I know this is priority 4. Because this has 2 carbons and a hydrogen, whereas these have just a carbon, 2 hydrogens, this has priority 1. Okay, so it's not very hard. Now all I got to determine is which one is carbon is the second priority. So here I have carbon with 2. This carbon has carbon with 2 hydrogens. So now I got to go out to the second carbon. Okay, and I keep doing this. So the second carbon this example still has a carbon, 2 hydrogens. And I'm going to underline this blue here, that carbon. And I'm going to underline this red carbon up here for this carbon. Okay. Down here, I also have this red carbon. So now I'm going to look at that carbon below it, and I underline in red. It's bonded to another carbon, this carbon here, and it also has 2 hydrogens. Okay, this other carbon is blue. Okay, so notice I'm going to compare this guy with this guy. So these 2 carbons that I underlined in red, they're attached to a blue carbon, hydrogen. I have no way of distinguishing it, so now I got to go further out. Now I'm going to look at carbon with the blue. Carbon with the blue. So carbon with the blue up here has 3 hydrogens. Carbon with the blue over here has a hydrogen and a double bond. So now I have a carbon that's a dummy, and a hydrogen. So now I'm going to compare this blue with this blue. And what I find that this carbon, hydrogen, this should have priority 2 here. So this has priority 3. So if I look at what I did, I have 1, 2, 3. It's going counterclockwise. My lowest priority is behind the plane. It's S. I expect you guys to be able to apply what you've learned. So you guys should have been able to do this problem. This was a gift. Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Why was it a gift? Again, this is an application of not RNS, but really what you should have learned with the alkenes that I did. Okay, so Sorrel, his approach is to teach you E and Z, which a lot of books don't. First, some books won't introduce ENZ till much later. The reason he does it is pedagogically his philosophy is it's easier to teach ENZ priorities based upon a carbon that only has 2 groups. It's significantly harder to look at a priority scale when you have 4 groups that you have to prioritize. But again, I use that as an opportunity to teach you guys how to go further out until there's a point of difference.